If we consider each Ahoratra as bricks for the fire altar, uh, there will be 720 bricks. That is 360 days and 360 nights. Now, this is the Samvatsara. And the Prajapati, called the Samvatsara, sits within this fire altar as the fire god, that is Agni. The one who does Homa in the fire altar, in him twice a day, become equivalent to a Deva and conquers death. That is what is said in the scriptures. Now, the astronomical meaning is quoted by Shankara, but he goes a little bit beyond. He says measuring time as Ahoratra is only in the Sayana cycle, that is classical astrophysics of Newton, no, in modern times. He says that it is only for the earth and its people, that is only to the classical side. Time is internalized in every muhurta and as a changeless eternal time, and it is Nirayana, he says. There is an inertia of time when there is a timelessness. That is mentioned by Shankara in this part. For one who has attained Sarvatmaikyam in one muhurta itself, has perceived the entire time in that one moment itself. And for such a person who is a Brahmajnani, just by that single ahudi, in that single muhurta, the death can be conquered. He gets moksha in that just one moment. It's a beautiful concept actually. Timelessness. It is time that at that level, it is eternal. Time is eternal and cannot decrease at all. Akshaya is both time as well as food. Anna as well as kala. Both are akshaya. Who is the cause for this eternal time, for the eternal food? Purusho va akshidi. Purusha is the eternal cause. Purushottama or Purusha is the Vishnu. Vishnupadam is mentioned there. No? He who creates the eternal food with his metha, that is the tapas, the yoga, the samadhi, everything is produced. It is he who creates the universes of different kinds. It is not a single universe, multiverses of different kinds for his own enjoyment, for Leela. It is he who creates the agriculture, the trade, the commerce, arts, sciences, and even the childbirths again and again for several generations, and sustains this entire world. The samsara is sustained by his power. The wonderful power of Vishnu is called the Maya. By that, the entire thing is being sustained, sthiti. Because of the Purusha, the Prapancha as food has become Kshaya. So that Purusha or Purushottama is Lord, the absolute Godhead. But for the earth, from where do you get the energy? That is for the entire multiverse. No? Who is the representative for our small earth? Surya. Surya is the Purusha for the earth as a Devi. The Urja and the Metha of the sun makes everything on earth. Just as the entire multiverse is from Vishnu, the small earth and its creations are from the Surya. So Surya is the Purusha, or Surya Narayana is the Purusha for the earth or Bhumi Devi. And it is on the bed of eternity of the energy ocean of the sun we are situated. Both the food and time of our earth, our small earth, is the drops of that great ocean of energy from the sun. That eternal ocean of energy is the one on which every living creature on earth and even the non-living things are depending for their existence. The law of conservation of energy is explained in simple words by this Upanishad. Even for a single muhurta, the creation of energy and use of it does not stop. Every time it is continuing. And if it happens that the food will be dried up, क्षणमात्रामपि कुर्यात् प्रज्ञया कर्माभिश्च तथो विच्छिद्ये उज्यमानत्वात्. What happens then? For a single second, if it is stopped, when the energy stops, what will happen? The transformation to food and making use of it for the cycle of our existence will also stop. So no, there will be no living things, there will be no breathing, and there will be no food for everything. So the annam, because of that, the energy never stops, and the annam also never stops, and the existence continues. So Surya is the energy giving Purusha for the Bhudevi and all the creatures on it. It is this cycle of 360 and 720, that is 360 days means 360 plus night 2, 360 days and 360 nights total, 720 mentioned, and not the oblations in the 2 times alone and by the humans. That is what he says. It is not just the ahudi that you do, but the ahudi is the 2 day and night time which we take breathing. No, that also is included. So it is a symbolic act to remember this only. Doing ahudi in the fire is just a symbolic act to remember the prana ahudi that we are doing day and night in that cosmic, the representative of the cosmic fire, that is the Surya as far as we are concerned. Surya is this, our energy source. Shankara sees the entire prapancha with the 6 lakshanas of prajna, kriya, sadhyam, sadhana, kriya and phalam, kriya phalam, and the temporariness of the karma vasana of the entire living world with its protection of children including, and therefore of lesser essence, yet the shuddha, that is the pure, is comparable to an ever-flowing stream of river. This process is compared to a river-like flow, to a lamp lighting and shedding light rays, like a pillar of plantain tree, like the form of what form is fena, the fena of water, like a dream, and a marichika which is non-existent. All these things, only that much. All these are temporary. Then what is eternal? It is the cause, that is the Purusha, which is everlasting energy. For the cosmos, Vishnu, Narayana. For our earth only, Surya Narayana. That is the cause for everything. That is the eternal thing. It is because of the everlasting energy, that eternal nature of that one, this prapancha looks eternal to us. If that was not there, this will not be eternal. So this is not our ability. It is the ability of the energy, not of the physical things. Thus, if one cognizes the importance of the Purusha as energy, as Brahman, we will not criticize Anna. You should not do Ninda. Ninda is criticizing or something like not respecting Anna. No? You will not do that, because Prapancha is Anna, which is the transformed energy of the Purusha. Energy transformed. Yes, energy itself. A different type of energy, that's all. No? So this Urja itself, we have to enjoy that Urja, that transformed Urja with satisfaction, because it is the symbol of Purusha. The symbol of the urja is this prakriti or the prapancha that we see around. We may see good and bad mixed in the same world because world contains both. No, one who has known Brahman will not consider that as a bad aspect because the enlightened ones on earth are called the Bhudeva. So these Bhudevas, they are always the enjoyers and never the enjoyed food. And they are not the body or the prapancha, but have become one with the Atman, the Brahman, the Urja itself. That is why they are called Bhudeva. The Devas means enlightened, lightning. Now, that type of people living on earth are the Bhudeva or the Brahmatnani called Brahmana. So, the name is not just for the birth, that is the most important thing. They have become one with energy, and it is never again the Jada Prabanja. For them, this moving mass of the physical body or the Pinda with Gadi, that is mass with velocity, that is Pinda with Gadi, no? It is not for them, they are not that this mass or Pinda with Gadi or movement. They are the eternal energy, the Brahman, the Atman. Once they have cognized this, they become the Bhudeva. Probably, according to this definition of Shankara, we can say that the modern Rishi of our world is Einstein because he also had found out this, no? Both are same, but it is different also. That thing. So modern scientists are also turning to be great rishis by discovering these things.